Hello, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. My name's Kate and I love books. As you can see, I do have a slightly new, different setup behind me, so let's rewind and build this book nook together. Okay, so in the spare room downstairs I have two bookcases which are chock-a-block full. So my sister moved out, so now we have this beautiful big room and I need another bookcase because I have a problem. But I'm gonna put some bookcases here with like the reading chair, some blankets, some candles. But these are the Hemnes bookcases from IKEA. And they're a lot more expensive and I don't like them anymore. So I think what I'm going to do is empty these, put all the books in that room and then sell these and replace them with 3 Billy bookcases and build a little reading nook. So let's do a time lapse of me moving all of my books. I will be embarrassed. Let's see how this goes. Okay, it's the next day. I didn't actually end up doing too much for the room yesterday because it was very busy. It was a Sunday. My mum and dad were off work, so I just got to hang out with them. But today I am a bit scatterbrained. I have to edit a video for tomorrow to go up, which I might just do later tonight and just stay up late to finish it. I also would like to go to IKEA today to get the bookshelves and maybe start building them, and then I've also got Bible study in the evening, so it's a busy day. So I will take you along for what I can and we will see what happens. When I tell you I am drenched in sweat. Thankfully, a nice man helped me load this up into the car. Oh my word. And we haven't even got them in the house, let alone put them together. That was definitely a blue job. Or at least a need blue help job for me. I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl. Yeah. Whew. Time to go home. There is absolutely no way that I can get the big 3 in the house by myself, so I will have to wait until my dad comes home. Sorry, Dad. But I did manage to get the slim one in as well as the shorter one with the doors. So I'm just going to start constructing those. Gonna have some Netflix going on while I do it and cue a time lapse. Okay, first one is done. I love building IKEA furniture. If I could do it as a job, you probably can. Maybe I should look at a career change. I love building IKEA furniture. The only thing I do not trust myself with is drawers, and I've actually don't know if I've done doors before, so I might wait. I'm not sure if I trust myself to do that. Every time I do drawers, they're always... I say that, I've done 2, and they were for bedside tables, and they didn't go well. So... maybe I do like drawers and doors, but we're just going to do those shelves for now. So now I'm just going to do the smaller one, which will have the doors, and I don't know if I'll do the doors by myself. I've been watching Bridgerton season 2 because it is my favourite. I can rewatch that one constantly. So we've got Bridgerton season 2 going. It didn't actually take that long, and it would have taken a lot less time if I hadn't messed up one of the shelves, but we fixed it. Anyways, let's keep going. Okay, we just brought the last 3 big ones in. My dad helped me lift them, but that was a workout. So I'm going to see if I can get the last 3 up, and we'll do another time lapse. I'm going to get a Diet Coke first. One moment. Okay, let's cue up the Bridgerton season 2 once more. We're almost there. We're so close. We're so close. I'm just debating whether I want to keep that here or push it on this side just because of where the electrics are. I'm going to want a lamp on this one. So I guess I could see what it looks like. Okay, here's one way. Or there's this way. And it will have the doors on it. Okay, I might just leave it like this overnight and see what I think. I am so sweaty and my makeup is falling off of me. So I'm going to shower, I'm going to go to bed, and I'll check in tomorrow and we'll organise the shelves. I have no idea what I want to do. I have absolutely no idea what I'm going to do. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, okay, so I slept on it. I still don't really know what I'm gonna do. But as you can see, I did go for the walnut finish. So in Canada, or at least where I live, they don't do the light oak finish. Don't know why. But I went for the walnut. I've pretty much grown up with white furniture, but I think as my style has changed and I know that I'll probably be living with Keenan in the next few years, this will translate better. And I think just that colour finish will work with the rest of our furniture nicely. So I did go for walnut. And now it's time to put the books back. I have done it in the past where I've done like alphabetical by order for all my books, but I feel like I want to style this bookcase a bit more. There was a pile in that room of ones that I was maybe tentatively thinking about getting rid of or unhauling. I'm not very good at getting rid of books, and it's because I'm a mood reader, and I justify it by saying I'm a mood reader, so if I didn't like it the first time I read it, maybe I'll like it next time. But some of them I just don't need. So yeah, there might be a bit of an unhaul potentially. I have just set the chairs up like this. I might move them while we do the organization, just so I can get a better time lapse for you guys. And so I'm looking, and I probably could get away with getting another big one and putting it just beside where the shorter one was yesterday. So I could do that, maybe not at the moment. Don't need to today. And I also need to remind myself that there is not as much pressure as, like, my bookcase is ever changing. It is always evolving. It doesn't need to be as big of a deal as I'm making it. It's not going to be perfect, and it probably never will be, but that's kind of half the fun. I do have a few extra TBR books here as well, and I was just thinking, in the last few years, I don't really have physical copies of the romance books that I read. I tend to read them on my Kindle Unlimited subscription because most of them are on there. So like I don't have like Elsie Silver. I've watched a few people organizing their shelves and they've got beautiful Elsie Silver shelves, but I've read all of those on Kindle. I do get the Emily Henry ones each year, and then most of the romance books I have, are from like a few years ago. But I'm enjoying this so far. I think maybe behind this chair over there could do like a big lamp overhead, and then we've got this one behind this side. And yeah, I don't know if we need the two chairs, but they're my mum and dad's, and I'm just using them because they're currently going unused, so why not? I'll move them out of the way and then we'll do a time lapse. I was considering, do I want to do a time lapse or do I want to... I don't know that I could film. I don't know if I've got the storage capability to just film for hours straight, but there's definitely books in here that I could fangirl with you over of like special editions, but maybe we'll do that as we go on a need-to-know basis. I don't know. I'm overwhelmed. I have too many books. No such thing. I have a lot of books. Let's get into it. Okay, so I think this side is kind of done. So here are my sort of big YA fantasies and my original covers of Shadow and Bone, which are so beautiful. I don't know why they ever changed them. And I've got some favorites, more favorites, and then more favorites. And then down here are more the sort of, these ones are the kind that in maybe a few years I could get rid of them if I had to. But they're all just fun, and then there's just some stragglers there that I love, and just some nice series that all sort of match up spine-wise and size-wise. So there's the paperbacks, the bigger hardcovers, and then here is the smaller hardcovers. And then over here I've just got some random assortment of fantasy ones that I'm like, I would read this author again, or I need to continue on with the series. We have some more series up here. So we've got the Zodiac Academy, the JLA, Discovery of Witches and Queen of the Tearling. And this is going to be the big hardbacks of fantasy. And then here is my Cassandra Clare. Oh, I'm out of breath. Hunger Games, Place of Honor, not sure yet. This, okay, this is a series I loved as a teen, and I did just order, I'll pop a little screenshot of the Fairy Loot special editions that are coming out for this one. So I'm preemptively prepping to have those on display there. And then I've got my Sally Rooney shelf with a little art print from the TV show, and then we'll see. Here I've got some box sets, and then this is sort of the romance that I did own. Most of these are actually YA. So these are just a sort of random assortment of romance books, my poetry and non-fiction, and then up here I'm going to go and grab some of my favourites from upstairs, and those will be the sort of general fiction or classics. And I still have some more in the pile. Don't mind the starbursts from my blood sugar, but we've still got a few, and I'm still a bit overwhelmed. I just realised I've been doing this in like dead silence. I might take a bit of a break. I can already see where I want to shuffle some shelves, and I'm also trying to remember that a lot of my favourites are actually up in my room with the nice bookshelves that I've built there. So maybe I'll go and have a look and see if there are any of those that I can bring down. There's just a lot of books. We have a lot of books. So I recognise this is going to sound completely psychotic because I have so many books, but I definitely am noticing some missing. And some of them are like the Maze Runner, which I very definitely could have gotten rid of or unhauled. But then other ones, it's like Dance of Thieves, which I wanted to continue that series. So where's that one? And then there are other ones where I know I've lent them out. So I have the sleeves for ones that I've lent out, so I know where they are. I don't know. I am making a pretty good pile of books that could be unhauled. So that's good. There are so many books, I'm overwhelmed. Oh dear. So in here, I think I'm definitely going to keep V.E. Schwab and probably most of these. Maybe I'll take down my Danielle Jensen just because they're all caught up. But yeah, I think I'll take these ones down and maybe these ones, and then we can spread out things a little bit more. But then this stuff I think I'll just stay on the walls. Oh, goodness me. We're really just going off of vibes. There is very little rhyme or reason to this right now, and I anticipate that will drive me bananas at some point. But right now we're just getting it done, and it's just vibes. It's just vibes. Where to start? Oh, but now I've got more poetry books. Do they just stay on the top shelf with the books they were already with, or do we... Oh. Nature. Fiction. On display because it was so good. Okay, maybe my Erin Morgenstern can go with my paperback fantasy. They're kind of magical realism. And maybe we do classics on a different shelf. Wah! Wah! Ow! Blew my neck. Ow! 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 Okay, another injury. Oi, oi, oi. That's hard. Okay, and then we can add some decorations to that. But that does not solve you lot. I want this one on display. This one can turn. This one's looking a little bit full, so maybe I move the nature books. I need a tripod. Okay, I think we've got most of the books where I want them for now. Thing I have to remember about a bookshelf is they're constantly evolving. You're always adding more books, so it looks fine for now and it will keep growing as I grow and my collection grows, so we'll see, we shall see. But the books that I want are on there, so now I think it's time to start decorating with little bits and bobs of decor. So let's do another time lapse. I actually remembered to bring my laptop down now so I can put Bridgerton on while I'm doing this. Okay, so she is tentatively done. Still got to do the doors, so that's fine. I did bring down my TBR cart right there. Oh, it's rotated. Anyways, I did bring my TBR cart down, and then these are just the armchairs that weren't being used in our house. So maybe I could reupholster them with like a more, I just covered them with blankets that were also, just ignore those might be going. Maybe I could reupholster them. Can't be that hard, can it? Famous last words. So yeah, I think I can do a full tour in a bit, but for now, I might just sit and read and unwind a little bit and enjoy my little book nook. Okay, I think we are as good as we're going to get it right now. So let's do a little tour. I will say, I've obviously covered the chairs with some blankets just to go a little bit more with my vibe. I think I could fit another bookcase here, to be completely honest, and I almost want another one of these small ones just for sort of the highlighting of special, beautiful books. I have this little globe that is ancient at this point. I'm surprised it still turns on. So I've got this which changes colours, and I've just put it on my little book cart. So in the top here I've got bookmarks and just sort of annotating tabs and things like that, and then in the cart is my TBR. And then I did do some decorations. I think another thing that would look really cute is those like fake flickering candles that you can turn on with a remote. I saw them at IKEA, but they didn't have the remote ones, so you would literally have to go around and like turn all of them on, which isn't the worst thing. I was just thinking it might be more convenient to put ones that you can just tap and they're all on across the bookshelves. But I've also put up some of my decor. I've got my little library stamp here, some candles interspersed, tissues, because we all cry when we're reading, but I think that's probably not the best place for it. Maybe lower down where it's a bit more hidden. I'm not really sure. I think these ones are going to fill up quite quickly, and I like that it's more styled and not just like stacked end to end with books. So I like that they're styled, so that makes me think that I want another one, but we don't need that right now, and we're not going to get that done right now. That'll be a future Kate problem. And then I'll also show you the little sideboard that I did manage to put the doors on, and I'm just waiting for Keenan because he will help me put the handles on, because I'll need a drill for that. But anyways, that was enough of my just general rambling, and let's do a bookshelf tour. I'm not sold, but it's not terrible. So as you can see over here, we have the shorter one, which I'm very thankful for because it holds my overflow TBR, which I'm not ready to talk about right now. And then it also has all my art supplies and things underneath, and notebooks and things like that. So all the crafts can go in here. I've got crochet hooks and paints, and I also have this lamp, which is also super old from IKEA. I didn't even see this the other day, so I don't even know if it's still available. But I do have that just sitting on top for now. Going over the reading chair, so there's some light there. And then I also have this poster, which I'd like to get a frame for, and maybe just like lean it up here with some other frames or decor on top. I'll show you. It's a lot bigger than I remember. I have had this forever and never had a place to put it, so I think this is perfect. This is my favourite album of all times. Very basic, I know, but it did come out on my birthday, about 22 years before I was born. And I think that's just fate. So I love this. I'm going to get a massive frame by the looks of it. And yeah, I'd like to just sort of prop that up against the wall. I don't really want to hang it, but that's this little corner. Okay, the bottom shelves along here, the bottom two on the big ones, older YA fantasy on this side, the ones that if I was really pressed, I could get rid of if I had to. I don't really want to, but they're all beautiful. And then over here is the sort of the romance and then the box sets. So over here I have Victoria Aveyard, Leigh Bardugo and Susan Dennard. I have another one of Susan Dennard's books on my TBR, so at some point this will have to shuffle to fit them all in. I have this beautiful print by Jess Drawers of Nesta. I love it. Then we have Powerless, all of my Stephanie Garber books, The Rose Bargain, which was a newer edition. I've got the Gypsy King series, which I absolutely loved when I was younger. This is top tier. And then I've also got my Adrienne Young books. And then these were some of the formative books of my youth. So we've got Ingo by Helen Dunmore. There's the 4-book series. And then The Demon King by Cinda Williams Chima, I think that's how you pronounce it. Decored with some candles. I have the Graceling series, House of Hollow, I have my Ember in the Ashes 2 that I did read as they were coming out that I've never finished. That is a high priority item for me. I have my Mary E. Pearson books and some other random middle ones. Maggie Stiefvater, the His Fair Assassin trilogy by Robin Lefebvre's. This is one of my all-time favorite trilogies ever. Would highly recommend that one. We have my Libba Bray shelf, and then my Claire Legrand Furyborn, also just top tier, and it's just been released. Claire Legrand is she's re-releasing them because they were intended to be an adult fantasy and then got knocked down to YA by her editors, and now she wants to re-release them and edit them so that they're fully adult romance or fully adult fantasy, and I'm so excited. And then over here we have Cassandra Clare, except for Swordcatcher and the Ragpicker King. Those are upstairs in my room with my little squirrel Jellycat. These are just sort of large fantasy hardbacks with some of them with the nice spines that are hanging out there. So I've got Crescent City and Laini Taylor's Strange the Dreamer duology, and then I think it's Silver Elite, Our Infinite Fates, A Courting of Bristol Keats, When the Moon Hatched, and The Wren in the Holly Library. And then over here are just some other fantasy series. So I've got the Zodiac Academy, the JLA books, I've got Discovery of Witches, my Erin Morgenstern books, and my Queen of the Tearling trilogy by Erica Johansson. And it's just a very random mix of authors that I like, series that I would maybe continue, and authors that I would like to buy again. Over on this shelf we just have general fiction. This is anything and everything. I've got my Madeline Miller here, I've got my Taylor Jenkins Reid here, the favourites, beautiful. If We Were Villains on display, of course. And then I've got my classics here. I did include some more recent ones that I would consider classics, or I think are going to be classics. So like The Secret History is there. It was published in the 90s. It's going to be a classic. And then, what else? Never Let Me Go. Also going to be a classic. I do have a little, oh gosh, destroying it. I have like a little Florence and the Machine print of her dancing, which I've just placed back there. I would like to frame that one day, but I've just never gotten around to it, and I've had that for years and I just love it. So that's just chilling in the back there, a little glimpse through. Candle, again. And then I have Anne of Green Gables. I have this beautiful special edition that my mum got me, some dried flowers, this beautiful series which I got all used, secondhand bookstore for like $3 each. Perfect. And then I found this when I was clearing out my stuff. And it is a little letter opener with Anne at the top. And it's just so cute. So that's just there too. And then down here we have a little hummingbird jellycat. We have my poetry and sort of, I think this is mostly poetry, plays, and non-fiction and sort of biography-esque. I think there's some self-help at the end as well there. And then below that is just my little romance assortment. Up here we have the Hunger Games on its place of glory, and then I have that box set just sitting on top. I have my little Danielle L. Jensen shelf with the pictures of me and B at the event, as well as a little art print that came with A Curse Carved in Bone recently. This is my little shelf that is being reserved for the Unearthly Fairy Loot editions that will be coming in the next few months, which I'm very, very excited for. And then down here we have a little Sally Rooney shrine. I do have Normal People in 3 different covers, one of which is even French. I was just in the mood. And then obviously there's that print that I already showed you. I have my little nature and health books here. So Healing Grounds has a nice beautiful display of itself. And then down here I ended up just making a little historical fiction shelf because I love my historical fiction, and these didn't quite fit with the rest of the fiction as they are being displayed currently, so they're just hanging out there for now. Little trinkets I have is this little crocheted elephant which my friend made me. Some candles there, some more candles. These are very old now. Oh, where are they from? I think it was the Melting Library. So I've got a Manon one, an Oxford Vampire, Red London, and then I have a Night Court one down there, and a House of Mist one. This elephant my friend brought me back from Africa, another candle. And then here's a little close-up of that Nesta print I was just telling you guys about. And then here I just have one of the chairs, and then the other one. Again, I just think another shelf could go here, or 2. Maybe a small one and a big one. And then we just have the cart there. So that is the library. We're going to get some lovely reading done here, and I can't wait to do the reading vlogs in this new little setup. It is a beautiful day out today, and it feels criminal to be sitting here in the basement reading, so probably over the summer might not get as much use, but we'll see. It's nice and cool down here, which is a plus, and it's nice to use in the evenings when everyone is home. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked this video. A little bit sporadic. I don't know if I found my tripod right at the end there, which was somewhat unhelpful. Probably would have been nicer while I was actually building the shelves and putting them together, but say lovey. Let me know if you have any suggestions. I'm not 100% married to any of these ideas or layouts so far, and there are obviously a few little extra bits and bobs that I will be collecting as we go, and yeah, hopefully another shelf at some point or 2. I just want another one of those small ones for a little standout, you know? Anyways, thank you for watching. Next week I will have my next week I'll have my May reading wrap up, and hopefully another reading vlog will be coming soon. June is a little bit busy, so my upload schedule might be a little bit more sporadic than usual. I will try and do the 2 uploads a week and then 1 upload a week as I go, but who knows, those might be out of order. We'll see what I can do, and we've got lots coming up, so If you could hit like or subscribe if you're so inclined, it does help as I grow my channel. We are so close to 500 subscribers, and I always say the comments are my favourite part, so let me know if you have any tips or tricks for your book layout, any hacks, what you think of the new Book Nook. Love to hear your thoughts, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you again.